now. President Cyril Ramaphosa is convening a cabinet lekgotla. This is ahead of the State of the Nation address. The lekgotla expected to reflect on plans to declare a national state of disaster over the electricity crisis and outline exactly where the country will buy extra power from. Now, this is also likely to be the last time the cabinet is convened ahead of a reshuffle. Newzroom Afrika's Govan Whittles is in Pretoria, joining us live now. Govan, good morning to you. I'm sure there's lots of anticipation from members of the media like yourself. I see other colleagues behind you there. Quickly first, give us a rundown of who attends the cabinet lekgotla, because it's no ordinary cabinet meeting.
It isn't an ordinary meeting. Good morning, Oli. We're coming to you live from the Sefako Makhato Presidential Guest House here in Pretoria. The attendance at the Cabinet lekgotla is usually extended to include premiers, as well as, of course, ministers, deputy ministers, this time the advisors of the provincial leadership, important metro municipality representatives as well. This is to get a comprehensive outline of exactly how they plan to implement the decisions that have been taken at the ANC's NEC lekgotla. The reason why this time it's important to have representation from people who would be able to implement plans at a municipal level is because the ANC has decided to send senior leaders to 42 municipalities across the country. They'll include a number of municipalities that are, as the president had referred to in his opening address to the ANC NEC lekgotla, unable to deliver the most basic functions of a municipality, describe them as dysfunctional, and that's expected to be one of the key talking points here. Then, of course, they'll also be getting a sense from the National Energy Crisis Committee on what kind of interventions are necessary to restore power and end load shedding by the end of the year. They'll look at the National Energy Action Plan, the plan towards implementing additional sources of power coming from renewable energy imports from other countries, the standard emergency procurement program that have been devised by Eskom, and then, of course, buying power from privately generated facilities. Those are businesses who have the capacity to generate power and then sell back into the grid. We know that there's been no limit placed on how much power can be sold back into the grid. That's already happening in the city of Cape Town. An initiative led there by the mayor, which seems to form part of the blueprint as to how they're going to address the shortfall that Eskom can't meet at the moment. They're hoping that Kusile can push out 1,500 megawatts of power by the end of the year. Kusile notorious for unplanned trips. Really, the discussion on the National Energy Action Plan and its implementation is going to form the basis upon which they discuss how to implement a state of disaster over the energy crisis. Now that the ANC has endorsed it, it seems a fait accompli that it will be announced. What's going to be interesting here is where they bring the power from and what kind of deviation process to buy emergency power will be followed. Of course, that's interesting because of what happened during the COVID-19 pandemic, where that deviation process was essentially corrupted and then eventually led to the loss of billions of rands by the government, much of which the SIU is trying to recover now. So municipalities in power will form the basis of these discussions, but as you said in your introduction, Oli, that cabinet reshuffle looming large over this meeting. Looks like they'll take this cabinet to the State of the Nation address, but might be speaking too soon there, as speculation is swirling that an announcement on a cabinet reshuffle is imminent.
Govan Whittles, let's leave it there for now.